Welcome back to Mind Coliseum. Today I'm going to speak with you about why your life still sucks, even though you're supposedly around healthy people. It's like this. Who you were with, maybe an intimate relationship, or the people you were around, friendship group, family, they would slap you around. A little elbow here, uppercut there, backhand here, a slap there. They were doing that to you. And now you're around people who they don't even knee you in the face for breakfast. Nah, they don't headbutt you for lunch. And they don't drop kick you for supper. And you think you're in a better environment. You're not. You're not. Just because they don't choke you out at least 4 times in the day, it doesn't mean you're in a better place. Doesn't mean this person or these people, they care about you or that they love you. Because when they're not touching you, they're damaging your mind. The way they speak to you, the things they say to you, the way they treat you. That's right. So, they might not do a spinning back kick and pop your eye out. Right? They might not bust your lip just because you slept on the wrong side of the bed. But they are torturing you emotionally and psychologically. You think it's a better situation because the abuse has changed in the way that it shows itself, but it's still abuse. It's just showing itself in a way that you're not used to, so you think it's better. Well, at least they don't starve me. Well, at least they don't knock me out twice in a month. At least they don't send me to A&E or emergency room 6 times in a week. At least they are not stepping on my neck. But they are choking you emotionally. You can't speak up, you can't express yourself, you can't say what you think, what you feel, what your perspective on situations are because you are so scared and intimidated. They are oppressing you mentally and emotionally. They're just not choking you out, but they are suffocating you emotionally. So if you're wondering why your life still sucks even though you are around better people, that's probably because the abuse has changed, but you think this is great, this is paradise. No, it's just changed. You just don't recognize it as much as you recognize what's happened in the past. And this is the thing. People who know that you've gone through this type of abuse, this type of issue, don't automatically assume they have your best interest at heart. When you tell them what you've gone through, this is why you should keep things to yourself. Okay? When you express yourself and you tell them what you've gone through, you know what you're saying? Ideally, in a perfect world, they should want to help you because they're your friends, they're your family. But, in the real world, a lot of people, they're gonna think, okay, they were slapped, they were choked out, they were headbutted, they were kneed, they were backhanded once in a while. I won't do that. What I'm gonna do instead, I'm gonna make them feel worthless, like they're nothing, like they don't mean shit, like they have no value, they have no worth, they're nobody. Yeah. Sometimes we are speaking to people, but we don't know that we are just speaking to our next abuser. So you gotta be real careful out there. Not everybody has your best interest at heart. And like Liz Brown said, some people don't care, and others are just glad that it's you that went through that shit and not them. I want you to know, not everybody's going to have your best interest at heart. And just because you're expressing yourself and how vulnerable you were, and you are being vulnerable to them, don't assume, okay? Do not assume that they are on your side. Keep your shit to yourself. You understand that? Keep your shit to yourself. How many times has something happened with somebody and you're like, I'm so happy I didn't tell them certain things? How many times? Plenty. And I'm not gonna say, oh no, but don't be suspicious of everybody. Motherfucker, be suspicious of everybody, okay? Be suspicious of everybody until they prove themselves otherwise. I'm not saying be a paranoid wreck where you can't live your life, but be suspicious of everybody. Especially when you know that you are so vulnerable, you can't afford not to be suspicious. When I say vulnerable, your past experiences have scarred you in so many ways. You cannot afford not to be suspicious of everybody. You can't afford not to be. Do you understand? You have to protect yourself. You have to protect yourself. Be alert, not paranoid. But you gotta be suspicious of everybody, because where were those people when the abuses were happening to you anyway? Where were they? Where were they? They weren't there to save you. You gotta be real careful and you gotta look after yourself. And you should be suspicious of everybody, especially when you are very vulnerable. You can't afford to take certain risks. You can't afford it because you could be scarred beyond repair. You could be damaged beyond repair. Know who you are, know your level in life, know the stage you're at, know the things that have happened to you, and then you move accordingly. If you've been abused before, you shouldn't go to work and open your mouth to anyone and tell them what you've been through. Because not only will you have had bad issues and personal problems outside of work, but now that they know at work, guess what? They're going to use that against you as well. So now you're fucked at work. If you're going to tell people your problems, be super, super, super careful. You vet them. You check them out properly. You observe them. And even then, be super careful. Which is why I would suggest you go to a professional. That's right. They have no personal ties to you. They can't throw it back in your face if you've had an argument with them. They're professional. You don't have a personal relationship with them. It's a professional give and take relationship where they provide you a service and you pay them for their time. They help you to become a healthier person. You pay them for their time. They have something to gain and they have something to lose just as much as you. It's not everybody you tell your problems to that actually want your best interest at heart or has your best interest at heart. This is the bloody fucking truth. This is the truth. Be careful who you open your fucking mouth to, who you tell things. Not everybody has your best interest at heart. If you need to speak to somebody to help you, a professional is better because they can't throw it back in your face in case you have an argument down the line, in case something happens and they use it against you. You're gonna feel 1,000 times worse. Stay blessed and shut the fuck up, please.